Hey everyone, I've not looked at this for a while, preferring to let the monthly hotel tax monies coming in from the stadium tax to continue to ratchet up reports. But I have to tell you, I took a look at, actually I did more than take a look at, I ran a new set of calculations using, and doing something that you can do, using the municipal bond that was floated for the Oakland Raiders UNLV Las Vegas Stadium, and compared that schedule of annual, not monthly, but annual debt service requirements, and I took those annual debt service requirements, multiplied them times the debt coverage ratio of 1.5, then divided that by 12 to get the monthly requirements. And guess what? What I discovered was that if you take those monies that are due for 2019, you compare them to the revenue stream that's already come in, there's not enough money that's come in this time to pay for that amount next year. I'm not saying that it has to be used to pay for next year. What I'm doing is I'm comparing the monies that are coming in and saying, okay, how will this stadium tax, hotel tax, be able to pay for the bond now that we know what the number is? And what I'm saying is that even though I don't, obviously, because we're not in 2019, have that number, right? Those numbers coming in, based on what's already come in, it's not going to pay. For example, next year you're going to need about, if you can take the debt coverage ratio 1.5 and multiply that times the monthly bond debt service you need, which is about just a hair over 3 million, okay? If you take that and you multiply it times 1.5, what you're going to get, that amount is greater than most of the months, each month, of monies that have been collected to date. On top of that, the money from the most recent month, which is, well, let's say the money from April, for example, all right? If we take the money from April and we compare it to, of April 2017, and we compare it to April of 2018, guess what? April of 2018 was actually less, okay? And we just had a situation where we looked at May, and the May count of money was really low. It was just a hair over $4 million. Now the question is, let me get the computer real quick. Hold on a second. Let's take a look at this real quick here. Because it's late night. And here we go. Yeah, it is. Okay, boomsie. Yeah, right here. May. All right. Yep. So May 2000. That's it. May 2017 was actually again better than. Just want to make sure I was right before I said that, folks. But what I'm looking at here, this is the spreadsheet that I created, right? Okay. And the point that I'm making here is that in both April and May of this year, the monies collected were less than April or May of 2017. So May 2017, the stadium hotel tax took in $4,015,362, right? But in May of 2017, it took in $4,134,223. Now that's reflective of the visitor problem, where over the last 10 of 11 months, year-to-year visitation rates have gone down. And yeah, 2017 was a record year. That's true. But there's nothing to say that it will trend up again. In other words, visitation rates will turn around and go up again because of factors that are contributing to the downward pull. The large and growing number of casinos around the United States, the growth of casinos, the casino industry in Macau, the developing industry in Japan. Oh, and then let's not forget the Supreme Court's decision to allow sports betting around the country. Delaware already has its sports book going. We've heard about how well that's doing, and other states are planning to follow suit. Bottom line, you will not have to go to Las Vegas to bet in a sports book. So, all that spells lower future visitor rates for Las Vegas, which translate into lower hotel stadium tax rates because you're not going to have as many visitors as you thought. Instead of it going up annually, it's projecting to go down a little bit. Now, some of you say, well, gee, that'll change when the Raiders get there. That's what? Maybe 40,000, maybe 30,000 people. Not every week of the year, not even every year. So that's an iffy proposition to base a future on. The bottom line, folks, as I've said before, is the hotel stadium tax is simply too small. It's 88/100ths%. It should be 1%. They tried to get away politically with having this kind of split the difference. Well, we don't want to have it too high because it's election year. We won't have it too low. So they picked 88/100ths%. It doesn't work. Now, the question is, what will happen if that continues? What will happen is that they'll have to, at some point, dig into the general fund, the taxpayer monies that go to for education and services, to pay for part of the bond issue. That's what will happen. The question is, when will that happen? Right now, my projection is it could happen, not will, but it could happen as soon as December of 2019. Stay tuned. Subscribe to Zenny62 on YouTube.